Jaya Kundari Bihari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jaya Kundari Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Yashodanandana Braja Jara Ranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Jara Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jaya Kundari Bihari, Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha, Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva, Subhadramayi Jaya Sudarshana, Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Vrinde Devi Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Vrinde Devi Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jayo Gandharvika Giridhari Gandharvika Giridhari Gaurahari, Lakshmi Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Ananta Dev, Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Ananta Dev, Jayo Pancha Tattva Jayo Pancha Tattva, Pancha Tattva Jayo Pancha Tattva, Jayo Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Prabhupada, Jayo Jaya Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-Salakya Chakshurummilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadambisham Padankyam Vandeham Shri Guru Sivata Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Vandeham Shri Guru Sivata Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagardatam Sagana Raghunatham Tam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamcha He Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwar Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpatirupishta Kripa Sundevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vacharya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Pankaja Nabine Namo Pankaja Maline Namo Pankaja Netraya Namaste Pankajangriye. Om Bhagavate Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtapraya Subhadreshu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavaste Laikhike Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. I am seeking blessing from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in Parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotees and my own purification. Today we will be reciting the first canto, 18th chapter, Parikshit Maharaj cursed by the Brahmana by sloka number 42. So today's class also very interesting. We will be studying more about monarchy, means king's government and the democracy, advantages and disadvantages. And also we'll be hearing about Srila Prabhupada had a conversation with Prime Minister of India, Srimati Indira Gandhi, we might have read about in the Lilamrita also. So we will be studying little more detail. So it will be very useful for us. What Prabhupada want to establish the monarchic kingdom in this thing for a peaceful of ruling. Hare Krishna. You can recite the sloka as follows. Navidhi today's sloka is 44, 1.18.44, small correction. Tat adaya na papam upasya ananvayam yanasta natasya vasur vilambak kat parasparam gatanti sapanti vrajante pashu sriti stri pasu sri ratanpura dasaiva janaha tadanya papam upasye ananyavam yanyasya natasya vasur vilambati parasparam gatanti sapanti vrajante pashu Sriti Ratanpura Purudasyovo Janaha Tat Adaya Na Papam Upaste Ananyavam Yanasta Yan Nasta Natasya Vasur Vilambat Kat Parasparam Ganati Panati Vrajante Pasu Sri Ratan Puru Dashyato Vanaha Janaha, word by word meaning. That for this reason, Adaya, from this day, na upon us, papam, reaction of sin, upati, will overtake, ananyavam, disruption. Yet because Nasta abolished, Natasya of the monarch, Vaso of wealth, Vilambakar being plundered, Parasparam between one another, Gatanti will kill, Spanati will do harm, Vrajante will steal, Pashum animal, Sritaya woman, Arthan, riches, pure, greatly, Dashavaha, thieves, Janaha, the mass of people. Translator, perpetuate His grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Prabhupada. That's Prabhupada. Translation, due to the termination of the monarchical regime and the plundering of people, wealth by rogues and thieves, there will be a great social disruption. People will be killed and injured, and animals, women will be stolen. And for all these sins, we shall be responsible. So, Samikrishi is telling about that purpose. The word na, we, is a significance in this verse. The sage rightly takes the responsibility of Brahmanas as a community for killing the monarchical government and thus given an opportunity to the so-called democrats who are generally plundered of the wealth of the state subject. The so-called democratic capture the administrative machines without assuming responsibility for the prosperous condition of the citizen. Everyone captured the post for the personal gratification, and thus instead of one king, a number of irresponsible kings grow up to the tax the citizens. It is a fourfold herein that in the absence of good monarchical government, everyone will be the cause of disturbance for others by plundering the rich animal and woman, etc. Hare Krishna. Welcome once again for the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we will be reciting the 44th sloka. It's very interesting. Let's move forward. The foreseen by the Samik Rishi. The Samik Rishi was foreseeing that on the abolition of the monarchy regime, such as Raja Rishis as a Parishit Maharaj, the plundering of the people wealth by rogues and thieves. If the monarchy is not there, then the rogues and thieves will start looting. Now, in many places, there is no safety for people in general. There is no safety for us. As Kali Yuga progresses, the thieves and rogues will increase. The honest people, hard-earned money will be plundered by these rogues and thieves. So, Kali Yuga, as we progress, the honestly earned monies will be looted by these thieves and rogues. This might be the right that going to be the situation. This might be the right that going to be the situation when the government is weak and corrupt. And so when this will happen is when the government is weak and corrupted people are ruling it, or unqualified, untrained people occupy the post of the head of the state. So this is, you can see very well that the neighboring countries now, where Sri Lanka or Pakistan or Bangladesh, or whatever the neighboring countries, so much of disturbance is happening within the country because of the corruption of the leaders and unqualified, untrained people occupy the post of the head. So this very well we can see in Kali Yuga. There will be great social disruption, society will be corrupted, completely spoiled. So this recent days, if you see that now in Sri Lanka, they didn't have money to buy the vegetable or provisions. Even the government didn't have a stock. So they were, all chaos was going, and the whole citizen went ransacked that Prime Minister house and President house and all. And they were flew and escaped in the warship. So this is what will happen. Nowadays, no value for people like life. Especially the dying person is most ordinary person, or nobody cares. So ordinary person, nobody cares about that. Everybody has a right to live, but ordinary, insignificant and common person, okay, if they come somehow, if how manage to survive or surpass, they are okay. So if you see that even not only neighboring countries in the Western world also, where Russia and Ukraine war is happening, so people are they migrated to other place. Okay, so these people are surveying is big question. They are okay, otherwise nobody cares for them. This is the age of Kali, and as Kali Yuga progress. So many cases has been reported, and more we heard how the women are exploited. Women are unprotected, insulted. This is a degraded or uncultural society. So if you see that, even in the initial stage of the independence, that Mughal emperor thing, Panipat war, if you see that now the Marathis been attacked by the Muslim king, and they looted all the wealth. Not only that, they barged into the every houses and spoiled all the women with respect of ages. So this is history, we saw that. So if there is a chaos, then vulnerable people are the women. So that we have to understand that. So why the monarchy rule with a strong king is required. This is the degraded uncultural society. There are 5 classes of people to be protected: Brahmanas, women, old age people, children, and cow. So this is a proper culture of society. Any citizen who, any king who protects these things is a proper culture. There is a perfect protection for everyone, especially these 5 categories are vulnerable and are specially to be protected. Whereas the present age, we won't see the special protection for any of the 5 categories of personalities. So nowadays that is the situation. So Samik Rishi takes the responsibility for his son's wrongly cursed Parikshit Maharaj monarchy. So generally in Kali Yuga, you cannot see that if son does some mistake, parents will not take the responsibility. So, but in the ancient time where the Samik, the Dwapar Yuga, Samik Rishis were the culture, no? Even if a son is done a mistake, the father takes the responsibility. Yes. And also he also blames that the Brahmanas as a community has destroyed the monarchical regime. So he is not only blaming himself, he also put the whole Brahmana community destroy the monarchical act. Because of them, the monarchical regime is destroyed. So Sri Prabhupada, society need to be Prabhupada, he says that the society need to be corrected, expect to live peacefully, happily with prosperity. So if there is a peace, prosperity and happiness is possible only if the society is corrected properly. What is required to be done? How it can be done? So first of all, the government should be called a so-called democratic system. Simply a person gets a vote. So first we have to understand what is democratic citizenship. By person who stands for the election, he gets a vote and simply occupy the position of the ruler, so-called democrats. The rulers are plundering the wealth of the state subject. So why they stand in the election is, once they get the post, they start looting the public money. How did this happen? So there are Prabhupada gives answer to that. There are no responsibility that I will ensure the citizen will take care of them nicely. So nobody is giving a promise that I will take care of them nicely. No gratitude for their given selected him. No assurance. No proper mechanism. Ensure that the ruling will be properly taken care of the subject. So they don't have any system or mechanism which will take care of them properly. So before coming to think they will give the so much of promises, this we will do, that we will do, but after getting the post they will forgo that. So this is what the democratic ruling. Everyone capture the post for personal gratification. So this is happening more and more and they want their enjoyment. So why they are coming? So they want to enjoy that for their own personal gratification. Formerly kings used to collect the taxes of the citizen who would wealth generator. So earlier when the monarchy system, that who are earning people, only the taxes are put on them. Only Vaishyas are taxpayers. Kshatriyas are the protector of citizens, so they will not pay the tax. Brahmanas, they don't get the salary, so they will not pay that. They give only knowledge to the society. And Sudra doesn't get earn the money. They will be provided all necessity. They are happy to take care of. Generally, nice to ensure that they are able to achieve. So other 3 classes helping them to progress their spiritual and protected properly. So this was the Varnashra Dharma was going on. So only Vaishyas used to pay the tax. Only Vaishyas pay tax, wealth generator. They are the earning people. They support other 3 classes of people. The taxes by the one king, not multiple king. Nowadays everybody is king and everybody is collecting. Like state collects the tax, central collects the tax, and municipal collects the tax, and district, taluk, everybody collects the tax from this citizen. Here are the taxes are so many, like state tax, central tax, professional tax, interstate tax, direct tax, indirect tax, professional tax. IT, information, income tax, sales tax, entry tax. So wherever you go, you going on paying tax for that. So this is called the democratic country where so many kings, in the form of a king, they collect the tax. So this is the present day situation. When monarchies are goes off, thieves and rogues are plundering anything. If the monarchy is controlled perfectly in the is then it's right. Otherwise, people don't like democratic rulers. So people wanted a monarchy, provided the monarchy is very good. Like Nepal, they had a monarchy. So many countries they have it, but slowly they are all migrating because of there is no proper ruler. Is there? Strong ruler is not there. There are very few people come as a sincere and honest person. So even the democratic also, very few people are there. The highest Brahmana community should be taken care of this. So who was to take care of the citizens, proper setting up of government is Brahmanas. So 70% they guide the kings. Those 70% appoint the kings, also ask them to retire. So this is the way of monarchy. Good old days system were there when monarchies are there. The 70% has all the rights to appoint, and also they will ask them to retire also. The kings are very sincere, so that's why they are called Raja Rishi. So Rishis, kings also will be obeyed and very obey the Brahmanas and the rules and regulations. So that's why they are called Raja Rishis. They are asked to do Vanaprasad also when time comes. Now you give up. So when the Brahmanas ask the king to go for Vanaprasada, they are ready to go. If you see that Mahabharata also, Vidura used to tell, he is a guru guide to the Dhritarashtra. He will say that Dhritarashtra and to go for Vanaprasada many times. So they finally he left the palace and he goes for Vanaprasada. So this happens then. Now you give up your kingdom and do Vanaprasada. If they say, they will obey that. So, but nowadays the democratic not like that. The person who comes for the post, he will want to continue. Even his grandson will be grown up and he also be elected. But still, that grandfather don't want to give up his post. He will want to continue that till he dies. So this is the democratic country. Okay, this is how they want to rule it. So this is exactly the difference between the monarchy ruling and the democratic ruling. The Raja Rishis, okay, they are devoted people, so they are very clean. In Kali Yuga, monarchy is not possible because after getting independence of India, one India is formed. It is not practical at present. It is not practiced also. Monarchy and saintly people select the king. So how the selection happens is, if you see that there was a good old days movie was there, Saraswati Sapadam, it came in Tamil, I don't know about other language. There that Saraswati, Lakshmi and Parvati has a debate, who is superior. So Saraswati says that I am superior, the education, Vidya is superior. And Lakshmi says that I am superior, without Lakshmi nobody can survive. Saraswati says that without education nobody can survive. And in this debate, when they went to the Parvati, who's big, and she also says that even the strength is bigger. Without the strength, nobody can survive. So this was the debate will go on, and each person will send their representative in this earthly planet, and they one very intelligent person and one king and a very strong soldier also. So this is how it goes. So for selecting the king, in that movie they were showing that the elephant has been given a garland and that garland, the elephant, whichever the person it is garland, that person become a king. So the elephant is representing as a god. So they will pray deeply and request God to send a proper replacement. So this was the customs in monarchic system was there. If they don't have descendant or good king was not there. Srila Prabhupada wanted a democrat where some saintly quality, democratic, even in the democratic country, he wanted a person to be saintly person, quality should be there, to be the added. He tried to, he met Srimati Indira Gandhi, that time she was the Prime Minister of India, and he gave 10 points for a good government. It has happened in August 22nd, 1975. She was a very busy that time because in Bangladesh the Prime Minister was killed, Mujibur Rahman was killed, and there was some disturbance surrounding. So she was a little bit disturbed, and Srila Prabhupada got an appointment with her, and he goes with a lot of devotees, but unfortunately due to security reasons they will allow only Srila Prabhupada to meet. So he presented that 10 points. It is also, you will come across when you read the Prabhupada's Leelamrita. Okay, but it is a nutshell be given. Let's understand what is Prabhupada. Earlier he said of peace, prosperity and happy life, how the government can get. So for these 10 points he is jogged out is the foundation for that. First one, he says that the grant immigration for 500 disciples to become Indian citizenship. So foremost saying, he said that. And second thing, all the MPs should be initiated Brahmin. At least intelligent class will become as MP. Let Sanjay Gandhi become the king and you become the queen, so that the good system is handled. It's a good system of handling the country. Fourth point, close all the slaughterhouses. If you, that is a, that way you will get you can run a good government. So fifth point, chanting the holy name is compulsory throughout India. This is this will make the system situation in a better way. So chanting is a must throughout India. The meat eating is allowed only within the house, not on the public place. Seventh point, prostration is punishable. So it is hellish. So it will take the person to the hellish. So that's why he put it there. Eighth, no religious group except Bhagavad Gita. Very strong message he was giving. And ninth point is all the government officers must join for the kirtan twice a day, morning and evening. And 10th one is support Krishna conscious all over the world. So these 10 points he is put across to Srimati Indira Gandhi, Prime Minister, and she gone through the points and she was saying that I try to do as much as possible. She also said that how can you make sure that they are not CIA agent, US, they are coming from US, so they are not CIA agent, what do you call the intelligent agencies. So Prabhupada then he defends that they are not, they are chanting 16 rounds japa, and they are Vaishnavas, follow the 4 regulative principles, which is the agents, no agent will do, because common person, if you ask them to do all these strict regulations, nobody is ready to do that. So he was authenticating that agents will not do all these things. They are dedicated people, they are transformed people, we can give them immigration. They will not touch again, they will not do the any non-religious things. So much assurance Prabhupada is giving, and he is justifying that our devotees are not the CIA agents. So this was the big thing. Then she said that she was saying that it's a bad time now because of the neighboring countries, the disturbance is there. So my position also very delicate. Then Prabhupada said that to get a supreme government of things, please follow this regulation and implement it out. So this is what the conversation between Srimati Indira Gandhi and Prabhupada to get a good government. It has he tried in 1975 itself. So now we have got some that seed has now formed, and presently we are peacefully and happily we are living in India because of that seed he fostered, and after 45 years, we got a good Prime Minister who is favorable to religious principles. So, thanks to that Prabhupada's contribution. So, he also distributes a Bhagavad Gita book, and he donates the Bhagavad Gita as a gift to all the country heads, Prime Minister, Presidents, level of people throughout the world. So, he is aware of the value of the Bhagavad Gita Krishna spoke. So next year we will move on to how the monarchy system was going on, and how our parampara has also helped in that. Out of the 32 people, if you see that Krishna spoke to Brahma, from Brahma to Narada, there is a parampara of our sampradaya is there. So in that 32 people, 18th Acharya called Vyasa Tirtha or Vyasa Raja, Vyasa Raya. So when King Krishnadevaraya was ruling Vijayanagar dynasty, there was a time that 2 years he cannot rule the government as a king because of some bad thing was happening. So he has to step out for 2 years so that he can protect the country. I mean, it's his state. So all the Brahmanas have suggested to select a king. So they prayed deeply to the god, and they called elephant and gave a garland to select a citizen. So all the citizens are asked to assemble in the center of the city, town, and the elephant went and put a garland to Vyasa Tirtha. So that time Vyasatirtha was a sannyasi. He says that something went wrong. How can I am a saint? How can I become the king? So please take back and do it once again, so that it can be chosen a right person. So Brahmanas also half-heartedly they accepted half-heartedly accepted Vyasatirtha's request. They took back the elephant, and they went deeply prayed to their god, saying that please give a alternative person for our kingdom. Krishnadevaraya has to take a rest. So they gave a garland to the elephant, and all the citizens were standing in the assembly. So again the elephant came, and again it put the garland to Vyasatirtha only. So with that thing, Vyasatirtha became the king for next 2 years. He accepted that it is a will of the Lord, and he was a saint as well as he is a king, and he ruled the kingdom very peacefully, very happily, prosperously. So this is a set example. If Raja Rishi is ruling the government, all citizens will be happy and prosperity is assured. So, okay. So this is a message we have to understand from this sloka. So Brahmanas, Vyasatirtha was 18th person. Before Vyasatirtha, how the parampara also, let us capture that. So Vyasatirtha's guru was a Brahmanya Tirtha, and Vyasatirtha disciple is Lakshmipati. Lakshmipati's disciple is Madhavendra Puri, and Madhavendra Puri disciple is Ishwar Puri, and from Ishwar Puri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. So this is our parampara. From Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we got the message. All the disciples follow that. So Vyasatirtha is not only his disciple is Lakshmipati. There are other two prominent acharyas are there. Vyasatirtha was devotionally very well, and otherwise how the selection of he has been selected to become a king. Okay, he is also king as well as a saintly person. Vyasatirtha's other two disciples are Purandara Dasa and Kanaka Dasa. These two prominent acharyas are made a revolution in Karnataka. The Karnataka, these from there onwards, Dasara Sahitya started. The Parampara also started. So this is a very thing we have to note it down. So everybody says whether the monarchy or democracy, okay, that government should be Rama Rajya. You might have heard that every time people say that they'll bless king to rule like a Rama Rajya. So we heard about Rama Rajya, but what exactly it means? Our Sukadev Maharaj has given detail about how the Rama Rajya is happening. So what happens in the Rama Rajya? All bodily suffering, all mental suffering, all diseases, old age, lamentation, distress, fear, fatigue, tiredness were completely absent for the people. So it's a very thing which Kali Yuga peoples are undergoing. Bodily suffering we have mental suffering, all diseases are the new diseases are coming daily. People are getting old, lamentation for not getting it, distress, fear, fatigue, tiredness is there. After Corona, if you see that people not able to actively work, within short time they get tired. So these are things of Kali Yuga happening. So it is totally opposite in the Rama Rajya. When a Supreme God Rama was present, all these things are absent. There was no death for the people. Don't wanted it. If somebody don't want to die, there is no death. If somebody wanted it, then only he will die. So this is the Rama Rajya. How powerful it is. So purpose also in his purpose, all the facilities were he has given that all the facilities were present in the Rama Rajya. Because Rama was present as a king, that taking care of entire world. Similarly, a similar situation can be created now also, introduced immediately, even in the Kali Yuga, the worst of all ages. Okay. So it is said that the Kali Kale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar. So in the Kali Yuga, Krishna comes in the form of a Nama. So holy name. If we chant holy name offenselessly, Rama and Krishna were present in this age itself. The kingdom of Rama was immediately popular and benefited by the spreading of the holy name. The Hare Krishna movement can be immediately introduced even in Kali Yuga. So Sri Prabhupada says, all these suggestions, we have to understand that the importance of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra as a Krishna and Ramas are present. First we should understand they are present. For any situation to save us from the all conditions, the great hope in this age. So we have, that is the best part in this Kali Yuga. So we got the holy name, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So that will save us from any conditions. So why still India is peaceful is because people are chanting the holy names, and more and more people are chanting. So that's why we are able to get the good king as a representative in a democratic, and also people are peacefully able to practice the religious principles. If we put Krishna in our heart, the contamination gets washed away. So this is the very first point we have to understand. So Raghunath Maharaj says that japa is a heart cleansing process. So morning japa, whatever we do, it cleanses our heart. So continuously thinking of Lord, even after chanting our rounds, things should go round. So we have to go after chanting also, we should continuously meditate and thinking of Lord. Continuously thinking of Lord, make him pure by nature. So when you start thinking of Lord Krishna, it naturally, because Krishna is pure, so when you start thinking, our mind also gets pure. So our intelligence is getting pure, our senses are getting pure. So because purifying process is already there in our heart, first we have to understand it is already there. The name should go purify. So holy name will go, once it go enters, it purifies that. Everybody got it. Everybody has the purification processes in their heart. It is in dormant state. That means it is in sleeping stage. So once the holy name is chanted, then it gets activated. It should be removed off. So how Prahlad Maharaj was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam when he was in the womb of his mother. So he was hearing from the Narada. So his heart was pure, already cleansed. So when he came out, and when Chanda and Amarka was agent of Hiranyakashipu, they are trying to preach the mundane administrative politics and all. This didn't enter into heart because it's already his heart is pure with the Harinam, and he's already clean. So no evil thing can enter. So all no anarthas were there present. Only purity is come. Therefore, cleansing process is already available in our heart. First, we have to understand. It is nothing nuclear science and all. So, only thing we have to awaken it. Due to the remembering of Supreme Personality of Godhead constantly, therefore, chanting Hare Krishna mantra should go on like our breathing. So, people say that my 16th round is over, let me keep my beat back. No, it is like our breathing. How the breathing, can you stop your breathing for some time? No, it is not possible. Similarly, our chanting also should go 24/7, 365 days. It is like similar like our breathing. Then we can be on the state of pure. It will protect the devotee from accidental fall down. So if you are always meditate on Lord, you will not fall down. The perpetually from all the material contamination. You know that material contamination is so high. It is not about the contamination, not on the physical form, mental form. So we will be protected by Krishna. So when we remember Krishna always, then he will protect us. Every monarch or democracy, whether the monarchy king ruling is happening or democratic rule is happening, it doesn't make any difference for the devotees because they always remember Krishna. So Vyasatirtha we were discussing, no? So Vyasatirtha's one of the very prominent song, very famous song is Krishna ni begane baro. It's a very famous song. He's calling the Krishna, please come fast and give mercy to my mind. So this is, we should not forget it because he also comes in our parampara, Vyasatirtha. So if you go to, once we got a chance to go to Hanuman's birthplace, Kishkinta, there we saw that Vyasatirtha's ashram, and even now many people goes and they also do some regular preaching and prayers are there. Hare Krishna, that's our SrimadBhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Went to SrimadBhagavatam. Any question, any clarification? Why you missed a class today?